going to hand this over to Kurt now, who's actually here with us. So that way he can. You all want to say hi to Kurt really quick since nobody's on here yet? That's his favorite kind of live when nobody's here yet. Nobody's there to talk to him. But there he is. There's Kurt filming. Still exists for somebody who asked earlier. I'm going to give this to him so we can cut some eggs. There we are. Do you want the holder? He's going to like.
Put it on there to begin with.
Well, I should have. I don't care. It's not matter to me. It matters to you if you want it or not. Whoa. Whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 pairs of scissors. All right, Carl, let me know if people show up here.
There's people.
There's people. How many people?
3.
3? All right. Those are the 3 people who like us most. While we wait for a few more to show up, I'll go ahead and start talking a little bit about this clutch.
11.
11. Now we're cooking. Let's get to 25 if we can, folks. Go ahead and, I'm supposed to say this. Go ahead and smash that like button. I don't know why people say that.
Dislike.
Caleb's going to dislike it. Don't smash it. You can just gently press it. Don't break shit. Ain't worth it, man. You don't have to get that excited about me. But go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. All that good jazz. Check out our Patreon. It's a wonderful thing. For those of you who are here a little early, I want to show you a few things. Now, this is this female's second year. Her first year was not good, to say the least. This year's much better. We had 6 healthy eggs, and they're all 6 here. Last year, she had 2 healthy eggs, and both of them were failure to thrive. That had some club tail issues, so we're hoping for much better. I want you to look at this egg really quick, and you're going to start to see there's little bits of like mold there, right? Now, that's not a big deal when you see that. This one's got some too and some dirt. You can really see it right kind of through here. But if you scrape that away, you're going to see that the egg still looks good. Eggs are naturally mold resistant. So something like that coming on here at the end, I'm not too worried about. If this was starting early, I'd be really concerned. Here I'm not. I think we'll be okay. We'll find out. Could be wrong, but just that little bit of surfacing going to be a thing. So what you look for in an egg with some of that is if you were starting to see discoloration, green, or you do this. If it smells bad, it probably is bad, right? These don't smell bad at all. So I trust that those are going to be okay. So what are we dealing with here? This is our pastel axanthic female who's possibly yellow belly. She's not yellow belly, but she's possible. I don't think it's there. Bred to a pastel axanthic. And remind me, Kevin, we used the dark one in this. So we used our darker male. So we've got some of those axanthics that are turning dark with age. The male is one of those. So if you think that is genetic, super pastels here are guaranteed to carry that. Personally, I don't think it's a single gene issue. I think it's more random, maybe a polymorphism thing. I don't think we really know what causes that, but I don't think it's as simple as a simple incomplete dominant or a simple recessive. I don't think that coloration is that simple, personally. Maybe it is.
I know what it is.
Kurt, what is it? Remember, we are live. There's no takesy backsies on whatever the hell is about to come out of your mouth. Just think about that.
It's kind of like a mood ring. They're just in a bad mood all the time, so that's why they get darker.
Okay. Kurt says it's kind of like a mood ring. Maybe it is a mood ring. All right. Time to go ahead. How many we got on here?
It says 22, but I think there's more than that.
You think there's more than that? You just want me to go ahead and get cutting? Actually, I'm going to go ahead and get started cutting today, guys, because we can't be on here very long. We got to keep this one short, keep our Patreon a little short, because we have filming tonight. We have a cutting tomorrow, I think, right? Right? Then we have a special cutting on Wednesday. Is that the day we set that for? Thursday? We have a special cutting. We have a cutting on Wednesday, though, too.
Yes.
So cutting Tuesday, a cutting Wednesday, a special cutting on Thursday that will feature Kurt. Camera guy Kurt will be cut guy Kurt, and he'll do some cut me Mick work. So it'll be pretty awesome to get to see that. So make sure and tune in for that one. Mark that shit on your calendars. He'll do a better job than I did of like announcing the times and yada yada yada. And then we have to feed snakes that day too, so we'll keep that one kind of short. All right, we'll start chopping in here. I'm going to start with this one because it's just the easiest one. That's a good sign. I can feel a snake in there, but it's pretty rigid. So let's hope this thing's okay, and I think it is. Oh, yeah, I guess I did tell you the pairing. Woohoo!
It's an axanthic.
It's an axanthic. So it's definitely at minimum a pastel axanthic. You can see that with that head right there. It could be even super pastel. I'll take a little bit better look at that. Look at that. There's movement in there. Perfect. So there's one, which is why I said we're going to have better recessive odds than our
Someone asked
last.
what the pairing is.
Pairing is a pastel axanthic, possible yellow belly, to a pastel axanthic. That's one of the darker phase. Everything being SK line axanthic. So really high odds that we're going to hit axanthics here. If we don't, we got problems.
Your fingers are in the way.
I kind of have to have them there. I love the way those look when they're in the egg. Really nice. And
so what's that?
This one,
Is it an axanthic?
it's probably pastel axanthic. That one may, I say I'm still leaning towards that one's supposed to be being super, but you see how light it is? The straight axanthics, if we hit one, they'll be less light, more silver and black. They actually are one of my favorite axanthics as a baby. It's just a straight axanthic. They don't hold the colors as well into adulthood like these guys do. I also love the rich, dark blacks you get on these. Where you just jet black. And to me, in my eye, if you wanted to make an all black snake, that's the black you want. Believe it or not, I don't know if axanthic can be key in getting to a true all black. Probably not, but I just love how dark they are in the blacks. This is our super full egg. Now, this is one of the ones with a few little mold dots on it. So we'll prove some concept here, right? Hot diggity damn. Yeah, that's nice. That's really nice. You know what? We may have said no on that yellow belly a little too quick, looking right through here. That almost looks like a little bit of a yellow belly pattern. It'll look more when it's out. Could just be that one spot, though. Really good looking snake. All right. So far, 3 for 3. No normals. By normals, it'd be a normal axanthic. These full eggs are really hard to get the first clip on sometimes. Without just jabbing a scissor in, and I don't like to just jab scissors in blindly, personally. Damn. That's pretty. There's some movement there. Still no normal axanthics. I'm seeing some pretty good evidence where I think are probably going to be some supers in here. I'm also starting to wonder if maybe my call on the yellow belly is not in there was a little premature. Oh, I hate egg albumin. Looking good. One more egg to cut. And of course, I saved a really full one for last. Yeah, I don't know why the albumin of an egg kind of grosses me out. Like we're talking today. It does me and it does Caleb. So I'm curious if anybody else is kind of grossed out by egg albumin. Hey, there's finally a straight one. So as we're talking about all these pastels and other genes in here, that is a straight axanthic in the egg. So you can see when you compare the two silvers, hopefully the camera will pick that up, the difference there and the difference here. And there's a vast difference there, right? In the coloration. This has got no pastel, no super pastel, no yellow belly if yellow belly is in there. This is just a straight axanthic. So we did hit one straight up. Looking good in there too. So yeah, but all in all, when you have two copies of pastel running around, so our odds would be You can just throw the exantic out because visual to visual, right? Everything's going to be exantic. We have to run odds on that. So then your odds are going to be 1 in 4 would be pastel, right? Another 1 in 4 would be pastel because there's 2 pastels, so half of them would be pastel. Actually, it's 1 in 2. It just depends if it's coming from the mom or the dad. Then you have a 1 in 4 for being a super pastel and a 1 in 4 for being a straight exantic. So out of 6 eggs, you would expect to hit 1 to 2 straights, which is what we got. You would expect to hit about 3 pastel exantics, and then about 1 or 2 super pastel exantics. That would be what the odds would tell you. As we talk about that, you got to remember you really have to get into some deep woods math because each egg is its own dice roll. So this egg has, it could be an exantic, it could be a pastel exantic, or it could be a super pastel exantic, and its odds would be, 25, 50, 25, right? To be those. Now, each egg is its own new shot. So you could say each egg is 25, 50, 25, 25, 50, 25, 25, 50, 25, 25, 50, 25, 25, 50, 25. But when you were to start running probabilities out, like, well, I already had 2 of these, let's probably have 3 in a row. That gets a little bit way more wonky. The easiest way to think about it is each egg has its own chance. That's the best way to think about it. Because each individual egg is its own individual dice roll. So you're rolling the dice. Is it going to come up a 1, 2, or a 3 in this situation? Kurt, any questions?
Can I see the parents?
No. I mean, we could, I guess. If we really want to. We'll show them on Patreon.
Someone asked.
That's a good Patreon thing. We'll show them on there if we really want to. I get it. We got a lot of filming and shit to do, so I'm not going to get to pulling out 47 snakes. Any other questions? But Patreon, we'll show the parents if you want to. Is that it? Kurt, that's all the questions you got?
Yep.
Well, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you all the next time, which will be tomorrow. We clear?